I'm starting to get Greek island withdrawal, so I'm going to give you a day in the life on my favorite island, Eos. We begin the morning around 11 a.m. because no one here wakes up early. My friends are in the jacuzzi soaking up that sun, and I have the Bloody Mary ready to give me that wake up kick. We have the resort to ourselves as it's June and it's before peak season. Time to seize the day. We make our way down the hill to the beach to soak in some sun and sober up by the water. One problem with Eos is that there's hills and stairs everywhere, and it was a 15 to 20 minute walk, all uphill, all the way back to our resort. And this did not feel as good going up as it did coming down. The pain really sets in when you realize you're only halfway and you've still got a giant hill to climb. Now it's definitely time for my siesta. Good night. Once you wake up from the siesta, it's time to take in some sunset drinks and enjoy the view. Eos is generally still asleep at sunset, so it's great to have the views all to yourself before the mayhem starts. 11 p.m. dinner here is standard as nothing opens until about 12 or 1 o'clock, so it's a good way to prepare yourself before a big night of drinking. We start off with a rooftop bar so we can enjoy the views of Eos before we get too drunk to appreciate everything else around us. Slammer Bar is one of the most famous bars here. You do the slammer shot, you put a helmet on, and then you get hit by some sort of random object. This was a sledgehammer, and it's one way to wake yourself up. They love their shots in the Greek Islands, and Eos is no different. Every bar in Eos is all in one little street, all next to each other, and each one has its own sort of theme. It's crazy to think a few hours ago these streets were empty, and now the whole place is pumping. After a few bar hopping nights, you become friends with the owners, and before you know it, your face is attached to a shot glass. Shots are my weakness, and nothing good happens after a few tequila shots, but for some reason, on Eos, you just can't say no. Next minute, I'm dancing on a podium in the famous club Traffic, with all the other kids. There's a certain energy in Eos that just makes the place absolutely pump. Even though I was probably the oldest person in the club, I felt like a college kid again. Hash Bar was one of my favorites. It was a silent disco party. You had 3 stations with your headsets, so if you didn't like one song, you could always listen to the other. It was just awesome watching everyone listen to the same station as you and vibing. Before you know it, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, you're at your final bar, Pash, and my friend's drunk dancing on the bar. That bartender behind him is not happy, but the security didn't seem to care. Not one more song, Jesse. It's time to get down before you get in trouble. Now the key is to get to bed before sunrise so you don't feel so terrible the next day. Wake up by lunchtime, sober up to those views, talk about all the bad decisions you made the night before, and plan to make some more the next night. This is Eos. Can't wait to do it all again next year.